The recent announcement made by the Securities and Exchange Commission that it is withdrawing its case against Ripple Labs caused the cryptocurrency market to experience a significant amount of turmoil. The entire company has been affected by the repercussions that this verdict has brought forth. Since the implementation of this decision, there has been a discernible rise in the level of volatility that is present in the market. In addition to the more far-reaching ramifications for the ecosystem of digital assets, this has also spurred a reevaluation of the potential paths that XRP could take in the years to come. An additional recommendation that has been made is to investigate the potential paths that XRP might go in the future. This unanticipated turn of events has not only taken those who are familiar with the business world by surprise, but it has also produced a flurry of discussion and debate among industry experts, enthusiasts, and investors in equal measure. This transpires as a consequence of the unexpected change in the sequence of events that has taken place. The modification in question has been the focus of a significant amount of investigations and speculation. At the moment, a sizable percentage of the general populace is eagerly anticipating the outcome of this most recent development and the potential consequences that it may have in the future for XRP and Ripple. Another aspect that they are taking into consideration is the potential consequences that may arise as a result of this most recent development. There are a number of websites that are not affiliated with the Securities and Exchange Commission that have reported on the decision of the SEC to withdraw its action against Ripple. As a result, this decision was made because of a misunderstanding regarding the classification of blockchain technology. The conclusion that was reached was actually the result of a misunderstanding that occurred under these particular conditions. This choice not only contributes to the overall complexity of the situation, but it also. Nevertheless, it adds another layer of complexity to the already complex legal scenario that has been unfolding. In the wake of the shocking announcement, a number of industry leaders, particularly in the United States, have voiced their concerns regarding the regulatory clarity that surrounds digital assets and financial cryptocurrencies. It is possible that the news is partially responsible for the increase in this level of uncertainty, the amazing discovery that served as the impetus for this. Misinterpretation is the source of this error. The consistency of legal frameworks and the requirement for specific legislation to supervise the fast-emerging fields of decentralized finance and blockchain technology have both been brought up as a number of bigger issues that have been brought up. As a result of the recent shift in posture taken by the Securities and Exchange Commission, these questions have garnered a lot of attention. The decision made by the Securities and Exchange Commission to adopt a more conservative position has had a direct impact on the investigations that are now being conducted. Traders and investors have witnessed a significant increase in the value of the cryptocurrency as a result of the fact that XRP is presently trading for over $15. This is due to the fact that the purchase price of XRP has reached this particular level. During the time that they are working to find potential investment opportunities, these individuals are keeping a careful eye on the current state of the market. Making the most of these opportunities to the greatest extent possible is the primary objective of their endeavor. This exemplifies the inherent volatility and unpredictability of the Bitcoin financial market, despite the fact that the present price movement may be impacted by speculation and the mood of the market. It is possible that market sentiment is the primary factor that influences price behavior, yet this is the scenario that has developed despite this possibility. Investors are now conducting research to determine the potential risks and returns that are involved with placing investments in XRP financial assets. A lot of considerations are being taken into account as this analysis is being carried out. In addition to other problems, these difficulties include a lack of openness with regard to fundamental analysis, market sentiment, and regulatory responsibilities. Investors take each of these considerations into account when making judgments about their investments. This is Brad Garlinghouse. Expressing his contentment with the current state of affairs and highlighting what he considered to be a historic success for both Ripple and the cryptocurrency sector as a whole, the chief executive officer of Ripple stated his sentiments. In light of the recent notable accomplishment, Garlinghouse has expressed his contentment with the situation. This behavior, which is characterized by an air of optimism, demonstrates his enthusiasm for the future of the company, which is something that he is particularly pleased about. He has a vision for the future of the organization, and it is difficult not to be excited about it. The expansion goals that Garlinghouse has established for Ripple are quite lofty and ambitious. The fact that the company was able to accomplish these goals demonstrates that it is committed to innovation and is prepared to collaborate with significant financial institutions. Garlinghouse has proposed that Ripple incorporate these goals into their plan as a component of their overall strategy. In a statement that was released, Garlinghouse stated that Ripple is eager to expand both its physical activities and its physical facilities. Now, this information is available to the general public without restriction. Investors are eagerly expecting a letter from Ripple in the not-too-distant future in order to receive additional information regarding the growth trajectory and strategic goals of the company. All of this is taking on at the same time as Ripple is hoping to capitalize on its recent victory in court. Concerning the long-term implications of this event and the manner in which it will influence the dynamics of the Ethereum market at the present time, there are still issues that have not been answered. For the time being, there are still questions that require answers. Despite the fact that it appears like Ripple has been successful, there are still questions that have not been solved. Ripple appears to have been successful nevertheless. This does not alter the reality that there are still issues that need to be fixed. Certain persons are of the opinion that the decision made by the SEC is a good place to begin when it comes to the use of Ripple's blockchain technology on a more widespread scale. On the other hand, this does not change the fact that certain customers continue to exercise caution due to ongoing legal issues and ambiguous laws. Since Ripple's action against the SEC is anticipated to have a large impact on the future regulatory framework for digital assets, it is anticipated that the outcome of the case will have a significant impact on the regulatory system. Because of this, it is predicted that the case will have a significant impact. Through the course of the following months and years, it is highly probable that this impact will become active and begin to have an effect on the situation. Following this line of reasoning, one arrives at the conclusion that judgments about investments will be influenced in addition to the general sentiment of the market. Investors are feeling cautiously optimistic about the future of XRP as a result of the resolution of the legal matter that had been going on between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is notably due to the fact that the SEC has been leading the charge in carrying out offensive operations against the competition. Despite the fact that they are fully aware of the opportunities and difficulties that lie ahead, they continue to have a positive attitude toward the current situation. When Ripple is able to overcome existing legal obstacles, the endurance and potential of the system will be put to the ultimate test for the very first time. This will be done in order to stimulate innovation and deliver major value to its users and stakeholders. As a consequence of this will serve as an accurate measurement of the potential of the company. The application of this statistic will be carried out in order to determine whether or not Ripple possesses genuine potential. However, the ability of Ripple to fulfill all of these commitments is the actual test of its life and potential, despite the fact that the media may have brought attention to the significant price increase. Ripple's capacity to meet each of these commitments is the reason for this conclusion. In the process of making financial investments, it is strongly recommended that investors keep a high degree of awareness, conduct extensive research, and make use of risk management measures with caution. The reason for this is that the Bitcoin market is undergoing rapid change, and it is strongly recommended that investors continue to engage in this activity in order to protect themselves from the possibility of losing money. This is the cause of the current predicament that we find ourselves in. Despite the fact that it is probable that the announcement of the decision temporarily sparked optimism in the cryptocurrency market, the decision made by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) to withdraw its action against Ripple has implications that are impossible to predict in the long run. In spite of the fact that it is possible that the announcement of the decision did so, this is the case. The decision that was made in this particular instance is detailed down below. Once the disagreement is resolved, Ripple will begin a new chapter, and because this important victory will signal the beginning of this new chapter, the entire industry will be keenly monitoring this development. Ripple will begin a new chapter as soon as the conflict is concluded. Following the conclusion of all the events, Ripple will initiate this new chapter. As soon as this win has been accomplished, the industry will be intrigued about the ways in which it will influence not just the future of XRP, but also the general condition of digital assets. This is what occurs when one side emerges victorious from the conflict.